Hello everyone, Wise Guy here. Thank you for coming to another logistic pipe tutorial. This is part 2. We're going to continue going over the different pipes. Someone did ask me about the version of Buildcraft we're using, so we're using 3.22 with the child mod you see there. And we are using logistic pipes 0.6.1 pre-release 15, which is done by Dave Boki and the Zorro. They're basically taking this from Craft on GitHub and have made their own version, as you can see here, because Craft hasn't been able to update yet since 1.2.5, I believe. So I just wanted to show you guys the version numbers real quick, and I'm going to jump right into our testing ground where we can get started. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Now, as you remember last episode, we set up a basic sorting system where we can use a request pipe. Apologize, I have an update for my computer. Okay, sorry about the pop-up there, guys. So last episode, we could have a requester pipe to be able to request items that we set up on an auto crafting table, or items we actually have in stock, like the wood and cobblestone here. We're pulling those items with a provider pipe from a chest. And we're using crafting pipes on the auto crafting tables. Let's see one that actually has an output. Here we go. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about here with crafting pipes is there's actually a way you can label all these. So imagine having a wall of crafting tables and you need to know what's crafting what. You can actually make this item right here that I have in my hand the crafting sign creator. It's made with 2 golden gears, a sign, and a diamond gear, or a diamond chipset, 2 golden chipsets, and the sign. Again, chipsets are cheaper, but they take longer to craft with a laser table, but you're going to save yourself 75% of the cost with the ore. So with the sign creator, you can actually right-click and label your signs. How cool is that? Now you can't label this one because it's covered by a pipe, and any crafting tables that are empty will just say empty on the sign. However, if you put a recipe inside there, for example, something like, sorry about that, something like this, and then you import that to the pipe, it will go ahead and update this to say furnace as well. So it's pretty cool. Pretty good setup. Good way to have like a wall of crafting table and just kind of see what you have and what you can take out and edit as you need to. Also, if you like having all your gears together or something like that, you might want to do that, and it just kind of looks cool. It's kind of a factory type setup. So again, just 3 gears or 3 chipsets with the sign here. This thing does take damage. I'm in creative, so it's not, but as you place signs, it will take damage over time. I'm not sure how many signs you can place before you need to replace it, but you will need to eventually replace it and craft a new one, which kind of sucks, but it happens. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is the satellite logistic pipe. So satellite logistic pipes are made to work with crafting logistic pipes. There may be other uses, but I actually haven't found them yet, and I don't use them very often, to be honest. I actually use different pipes that we're going to go into later, and I'll tell you about those. So basically, the satellite is going to work with this crafting logistic pipe to send items that need to go onto multiple input crafting devices. So for example, a furnace has a top input and a bottom input. We know the bottom input is used for coal, charcoal, wood, etc. The top input is for the item that you want to smelt or cook. So for this, we can't have a crafting table dropping coal and cobble at the top, for example. We would need to have coal go to the bottom and cobble up top. So we can use a satellite to remote the items and remove them down to a different path. And I went ahead and set something up right here to show you that example, guys. I'm going to go ahead and change the time right now. I'll be right back. Okay, so this example right here, I took a satellite pipe at the bottom, a furnace, and I made a crafting pipe that we're going to make smooth stone out of. The furnace doesn't have anything in it right now, and this is where I was talking about where we want items to go to the bottom and the top to make our output. Now on our crafting pipe, I went ahead and said, let's put 8 pieces of cobble and 1 piece of coal to make 8 pieces of stone. Now we're choosing 8 cobble because 1 coal will power enough to burn 8 pieces of cobble, and we don't want to waste any energy here at all. So this little field here is your satellite field. Now you can put items here normally when this is set to off, but when you change this to a setting, like let's say ID number 1, it changes it to a satellite pipe, and it's going to route coal through your satellite pipe, which I've hooked up to the bottom. How does it know which satellite pipe to hook up to? Well, you can right-click this interface and actually set that to 1 or any other ID that you want, up to I believe 99. So basically this is going to say when I request stone, it's going to send coal to the bottom, cobblestone to the top, and it's going to smelt my coal, pull it out, and drop in my request chest right here. Any extra cobble will go to this chest here, and any extra coal will likely be burned up, but if there is anything that happens where the system's not able to deposit for some reason, it'll put it in this chest here. Alright, so what I did is I set up this deposit chest, our providing chest, with coal and cobblestone. And we can go ahead and go to our request pipe here. And we're going to request 8 pieces of stone. Alright, actually let's do 16 so we can see 2 pieces of coal get routed. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here's our 16 pieces of smooth stone. I don't know why I did it that way. There we go. And you'll see on the left side of my screen here, the cobble is going to feed to the top, and this crafting pipe is going to say use my satellite to put coal at the bottom. We're requesting that. The 2 pieces of coal just shot to the bottom. The cobblestone's going up here. And we can see the coal first got deposited here and disappeared, and then they'd already placed the next piece of coal here. This is going to start smelting my smooth stone, and when it finishes it shoots it right to this chest here, which is my request chest. I actually have 16 pieces of stone from when I was testing this, but we'll go ahead and show you again here, guys. There it goes, right into my request chest. And let's go ahead and request, let's say, another 8 pieces of stone, just to prove concept. We can see cobblestone went to the top, there goes the coal. Now there's 2 pieces of coal here, the original one plus the 2 more now, and all the extra cobblestone went here. Now this can only hold a stack up here, of course, so if we do another, let's say, a full stack of cobblestone, and we need to get some more. It'll go ahead and say whether we have enough coal or not, and it'll let us know what we need. So let's do a full stack of smooth stone, minus 2. And I need to select smooth stone. It's going to send extra cobble down this way, and anything that doesn't fit into the top there, it should route to the default route down here as well, which is this chest. Because we can only fit a full stack of 64 on top, so we're almost there now. And here goes the extra cobble right now. This is all the extra cobble that didn't fit in there right now. You saw it was routing coal too. Looks like a little visual error there with the cobble going up top. But it's going to continue to try to put cobble in there until it runs out of cobble in this chest. And or the pieces are filled in there. So we had 35 extra pieces of cobble, which isn't a big deal. But that's just something to note, guys, is that you do have a limit at the top here, so be careful with how many you're requesting at once. Alright, so I think that's going to cover the crafting pipe completely. The next thing I want to get into is these pipes here. We have the supplier and the provider as we mentioned, but we also have a builder supplier, liquid supplier, and then we have a regular remote or request pipe, but we also have a remote orderer pipe. And there's some really cool things you can do here, guys. So I'm going to go into some of the tools, these last couple pipes here, and then we're going to get into the fun stuff, which is chassis and modules. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and as promised, I'm going to go into some of the tools now that we can use that I haven't covered yet. So one of the tools you're going to get is a network monitor. Now this is mostly used for debugging purposes and also just kind of nifty ideas. As you can see, it takes 3 pieces of gold and a gold gear, or the golden chipset. And as always, the golden chipset's cheaper because it only requires 1 piece of gold compared to the gear, which requires 4. With that, you're going to get a little network monitor. And it's kind of a cool device, again, mostly used for debugging your network, but you can go ahead and right-click on a pipe, and it'll tell you how many items it's sent, received, and relayed in this session, which is the current request that I have going on in that network since I've logged in, or in lifetime. And then the routing table size, I believe, is how many pipes are connected, which is 26 right now. Kind of seems like a lot for the system, but I think we do actually have 26. You can see our default route here. It's received 35 pieces because that's the 35 pieces that have ended up in this chest's overflow. I've emptied it for us. The smooth is still cooking up that we had before, so that's good to go. We can see here how many pieces have gone through here, how many pieces have gone through here, etc. The crafting pipes are the same interface, nothing changes at all. Okay, so that's the network monitor. Kind of a cool tool, but again, I think it's mostly for debugging purposes. Now here's a really exciting one, guys, the remote orderer. So we know we have a request pipe, and we can open up this interface and say, okay, I want something here, let me craft a stone gear. I'm missing some cobblestone. Let me go see what I got over here. Let's get a new stack. Put that in here. Let's get another new stack. Put And then here, another new stack, and it's actually pulling cobblestone right now because it's trying to fulfill the original stone quest. You guys remember the extra cobblestone overflew to here, so it knows that it needs more stone. So it's taking care of that right now to fulfill its original request. So again, we can go ahead and request something here like a stone gear. It says successful. It'll go through, but we don't want to make a request pipe every single time. What if we are at the other end of our network here, and we want to request something here? Well, this isn't a request pipe. How do I do that? That's where the remote orderer comes from. So like its name says, this allows you to remotely order something from your network. You can actually hit the recipe here, and it's pretty cheap as far as devices go. 2 diamond gears, 4 pieces of glass. Gives you the remote order. I'm not sure why they're crafting recipe duplicates there, but we do have the diamond chipset recipe there as well. And the diamond chipsets will be a lot cheaper for you. So not too bad at all. And look at this, guys. I can right click on this provider pipe, and it gives me my same items for everything that's available in this network. So let's craft a furnace. Now, do you think it's going to go over there? Or request chest? Or how about instead, it'll go... Let's see what happened here, actually. This thing's going a little crazy right now. Let's see what's happening here. You know what happened? Our auto crafting table doesn't have a recipe. That was silly of me. I took that out myself. So let's go ahead and fix that. We have this going on here. And it's going to give me my 1 chest. So the crafting pipe knew what to do, but the table didn't have a recipe, so it wouldn't actually allow it to do anything. So I just fixed that right there. Let's put this back. That was a little silly. But look at that, guys. We got our furnace right here. So again, you can request something here, like a furnace, and this will work perfectly now. And it's going to send me a furnace over here. We can see the route this way. Boop. Right to this chest. Or with our remote orderer, anywhere we're standing, we can go ahead and get a furnace. And there goes the cobble. Here comes my furnace. And it's in this chest. Okay, now one more thing we can do is we can actually remote order something like, maybe I have my system here and I don't have an end with a chest on it. I can go ahead and just add a couple pipe, or even just this 1 pipe. And I'll stand to the side. You can see the effect here. Let's do a stone gear since we have none. It's going to build me one, and it's going to shoot it out to this extension that I just made. So I can collect it here. Then when I'm done, I can just break my pipe and say, okay, my network's back restored as normal. I can request from that temporarily, because if you just request on an elbow here, go ahead and show you what happens. It just kind of spits out wherever it is, and I like actually putting an end on it so we don't have that issue. So there you go, guys. That's the remote orderer. Now you can actually tie this thing in to make it even more useful with the remote order logistic pipe. So as the name suggests, this basically ties in with your remote orderer, and it gives you some very, very, very cool functionality. I recently discovered this one, guys, so very excited about this one. So let's go ahead and break this pipe. Actually, let's make a new system right here. I'm going to go ahead and put my remote orderer down. It has that pretty cool checkerboard pattern. So now that I have my remote orderer logistic pipe, I'm going to use my remote orderer, and I'm going to tie it to this pipe. You just right click on it, and it says connected to pipe. You can see that right in the bottom left there. Now let me go ahead and walk over here, and right click, and I have access to everything in my network. So I'm going to go ahead and craft a stone gear. It's my go-to. And we'll actually craft everything here and spit it out. Now that's not too good. You know, why would I want to remote order something if I can't even collect it? You know, that's great. I can deposit it into a chest like this. Again, it will actually route to this area, so if I hook it up to another chest, that's not going to be too helpful because it's just going to dump in a chest. I still have to go back and collect it, right? But with the Ender bag, now this is from Ender Mods, or excuse me, Ender Storage. You can have an Ender chest with an Ender bag with the same link. And let me go ahead and put that down. Now we have something powerful. We know when we open this bag, it opens the chest there, because these bags are linked. So let me request something like that stone gear again. Let's say I need one. I'm out building a piston over here. I need some gears. So I just requested one. Let me request one more. I can open my ender chest bag, which is going to open the ender chest tied to my request pipe. You can see I have 2 stone gears. So anywhere in the world now, I can go ahead and say, I need some stone gears, or I need something from my network crafted. Let me go ahead and hook that up to my ender bag, and let's see, I need a new furnace over here. I need 8 pieces of smooth stone. I need 8 pieces of cobble. 5 pieces of wood. I didn't get the confirmation on cobble, so I'm going to send that one more time. I need actually one more furnace. And I'm going to open up my ender bag. Here's my one furnace, 5 pieces of plank, 8 cobble, there's my other furnace. How cool is that, guys? How cool is that? I love this thing. Really great. You can actually see the ender storage mod, by the way, is updated recently. You actually get a full chest size in here now. I know that's completely off topic, a different mod, but that pipe is so powerful, though. I don't know how many times I've been in the world and I say, oh man, I forgot my screwdriver, or I forgot this. And having it in my system, I won't be able to access it, but now with an ender chest, I can access it anywhere I want. So really powerful, guys. Just wanted to say one more thing with the crafting pipes before we move on, is look at this thing, it's still cooking up smooth stone right now. So that just kind of shows you why crafting pipes are better than you trying to make everything manually. Can you imagine just dropping your stack there, running off and saying, oh, I forgot coal? It'll go and request it when it needs to now. So just kind of a powerful thing for you guys. I think now we're going to go ahead and move on to those other pipes I mentioned. So these are the extra ones that are pretty cool, but we aren't going to use as often. At least I don't use them as often. So we had the basic supplier logistic pipe before, but we also have something called a liquid supplier and a builder supplier pipe. I'm not going to go too in depth with these guys, but we know the supplier basically allows you to say a certain amount of items to always keep in stock. That's in my last video. A liquid supplier and a builder supplier do the same type of thing, where liquid supplier says which liquids you want to keep in stock. So I can say always keep a bucket of water. These other buckets are buckets of dye, by the way, guys, from I believe it's Zycraft. So this is always going to keep a bucket of water in stock. And the builder supplier actually does not have a config, but it does use the builder from Buildcraft, and it'll keep it supplied with whatever your builder needs. So if I go ahead and place my builder down, I'll right click this. Let me see if I can just empty my inventory. Now whatever resources I need, like for example, let's say 2 chests, some cobble, something like that, it'll actually keep this supplied with those items. So if I drop chests and cobble in here, and it already has cobble, so let me lay down some basic logistic pipe. Watch this, guys. It'll go ahead and route whatever I need to this builder. And I've actually never used a builder, so I'm a little confused here. I think I need a redstone signal of some sort and probably some power. So let's be right back, guys. I'm just going to set this up for you. Buildcraft engine. Let's get a redstone engine, I guess. Set that there, set that there. This isn't powering yet because it doesn't have a plan. That's why. Okay. Well, basically, guys, this will go ahead and route the items that I need for my builder. So if I run out of cobble or ran out of chests for whatever schematic I built in here, then it'll go ahead and refill this area by using this builder supplier pipe. Again, it doesn't need to be configured at all, and I apologize. I didn't have a better understanding of that at first. I've actually never really used the builder. I've never had a use for it. So I'm just going to clean up this mess right here, guys, and then we're going to go into the final types of pipes. I'm just going to cover these B-Sync and B-Analyzer, and then we'll go into chassis and modules. That might be next episode. I'll have to check on the length of the video right now, guys. So I'll see you in 1 minute as soon as I clean up everything. Alright guys, I'm back. So it looks like we're at about 20 minutes right now. I'm going to cover a couple more pipes, and I think I'll save chassis and modules for the next episode. Those really go hand in hand. You'll see what I mean exactly in the next episode. Depending on how quickly I wrap up the last two, I think we're just going to go ahead and move on to a second episode for all the chassis and the modules, because it'll just get way too long for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mention here the last two pipes that I haven't covered. The B-Analyzer and the B-Sync logistic pipe. These might completely confuse you, but if you have forestry installed, there's actually bees in the game. There's beehives, and you get bee products like beeswax and bee analyzers and things like that. And there's actually an analyzer station, and there's a aviary where you're going to need to put drones and queens into. So basically the BSync logistic pipe allows you to customize which drones or queens are being sent into your aviary, and the bee analyzer will route bees to your analyzer to be able to find out more about the species and be able to crossbreed some. So if you know about forestry and you know about beekeeping, again, Logistic Pipes answers the call and you're able to do something there. You can plug those into your regular Logistic network and you can do beekeeping with bees and Logistic Pipes. They actually go into modules as well, and I'll talk about these modules when I go into everything else, but there are bee modules as well, which is a good thing to know. Basically, all you need to know about that is they will modify the way your pipes act. And again, I really don't want to touch those too much until we cover chassis. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you do like it. I'm actually going to start recording multiple episodes a day and then scheduling them so you can have a new upload every day. I'm going to try to start timing these to have them uploaded by 8 o'clock Pacific time every day. Hopefully you'll get a new episode every day. We'll just have to see how the things go. I do work full time. I'm a newlywed, and I have a few other commitments I have to do as well. So please just bear with me if I take a few days to upload. But again, I plan on doing this daily if possible. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Like if you can, and comment if you have any suggestions. Thank you. Bye-bye.